Greetings, YouTube. I try my best to record this about 30 minutes after the poll series starts so that we can get most of the early voting out of the way so this isn't a 30-minute video. For those of you that actually watch these videos and take part, they're a very different kind of video. If you're new to the channel, I do this about 4 times a year, every 3 months. We will vote for the best champions, and by we, I mean you all. I don't vote. So if you'd like to fight for somebody of a class this week, come by the channel at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. We actually have people across the pond that sometimes set their alarms at like 3 in the morning just to take part, which is amazing. So if you're talking about a new champion that's really good like Bullseye, most people, including myself, just don't have him as a 6-star or 7-star yet. And so you're only going off of YouTuber hype, which, you know, when you're talking about content creators, sometimes, especially when they're in the content creator program, Kabam wants them to actually hype up the champion maybe more than they deserve. You have to wait for them to kind of get out of the monthly contest and see how more people. So we wait until the champion is in the basic pool or at least heading towards leaving the featured pool before we put them in the poll. So that's why Bullseye won't be a part of this skill poll, but he probably will be in April. In the meantime, we are pitting our top 2 honorable mentions. Crossbones actually fell down even more because Aegon, who didn't even get in the top 15 3 months ago, has had a resurgence of sorts by giving us the all too exciting Necropolis utility. So it looks, right now we're putting up him against Falcon, and Aegon has won. Falcon is now number 12. Yikes. I mean, Falcon is a top 5 skill champ to me, but I might be the only person who believes that. All right. Now we are putting up Baron Zemo against Aegon for the right to the number 10 spot. Rider, that is an internet phrase if I've ever seen it. Also, shout out to Kickrocks who put XXR25 on the wall. And this week, whatever names are on the wall that are sponsors of the stream will also be in the color of the class that we are dissecting. So, in this case, the skill class is red, thus his name is red. Kind of a cool tradition we're doing to bring back the poll week for 2024. And it looks like Zemo safely held on to the Aegon spot. By the way, if you're just joining us, Nick Fury was number 1, Kingpin 2, Kate Bishop 3, Shang-Chi 4, Black Widow Deadly Origin 5, Hitmonkey 6, Elsa Bloodstone 7. Valkyrie fell from 3 to 8, and that has made some people very upset in the chat. I'm sure if she's your favorite skill champ, or at least one you use, you're going to put her easily in the top 5. But I think a lot of people just don't use her enough to really care that much about her. And so, now, we're also going to do... Zemo destroyed Aegon to hold on to that 10 spot. We're going to just try some of these honorable mentions that always need to be reordered. And... now we'll see if Falcon can hold off Blade. Yeah, Patrick, there's no question that if it's long-form content, Aegon is the number 1 champion, arguably, in the game. Not just in the skill class, but overall. But what the poll series kind of takes into consideration is everything. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you view it, we really do value... especially depending on the meta, Battlegrounds now as a game. If this was before Battlegrounds, it would be probably Alliance War. But with that being said, Aegon just has very limited utility outside of long-form content. Well, Todd, you should have been here to vote, but Valkyrie wasn't as loved as Elsa. What can I say? By the way, these are not scientific polls. These are fun polls that we do as a channel every couple months. People get really upset about them because they say, that's not what KT1 says. That's not what Seaton says. That's not what Brian Grant says. I know, but that's kind of what's fun about it, because this is unlike anything in the community, and I don't get to vote in any of the polls. Falcon is a top 5 skill champion on my roster. He did not have a chance to be in the top 10 of this poll, and I respect it. I don't agree with it, but I respect it. And I ask that you all respect it as well, including Todd. Although World's Famous is rooting for Groot to be the best champion in the game. Good luck with that. Okay, so Falcon does hold on. And now we're going to see Blade versus Stealth Spidey. Also, shout out to everybody who came here and hit the like button. We got over 50 likes, which is pretty exciting. Man, I will say this. It's a pretty fun skill class. I wouldn't put it near the top of the best class. I still think Cosmic easily takes that. And if you're really wondering, what's the order going to look like next? We just go from left to right in our Google Docs. So Tuesday night's poll will be tech. And remember, 3 months ago, OG Iron Man wasn't buffed. He was voted the worst champ in the class 3 months ago. Now, he could be a top 10 champ. It was Nimgod, Warlock, Future Ant-Man, iDoom, Omega Sentinel, Shuri, who also I suspect will move up. Shocker, Ghost, Ultron, Starkey, honorable mention, Penny Parker, Hulkbuster, D1829. I should remove Shocker twice. I don't know why he's in there twice. Guardian, Sam Wilson, Nebula, and Silver Centaur. We're actually just going to do something right now. We're going to put OG Iron Man at the bottom of that list to prepare for the inevitable poll there. There we go. What do you know? By the way, I'm juggling 5 different screens. You don't see what I see behind the scenes, which is probably a good thing for everybody involved. All right, saying over. Fair point. So, Blade held on. Now we will start the last part of this first night of poll series, and we will see, for those of you that have been begging for her to get her due, if Mantis belongs in the top 10 or not. Damex, I definitely think Viv and Lady D could make an appearance, and they've been in the game long enough to be on the poll series. Steven, we can ask for Red Skull to entertain your list, but just know a lot of people don't feel the same way that you do, which is fine. But I just don't want you to get disappointed. Okay, Mantis barely beat out Blade, but she technically did beat out Blade, so we are now going to move her into the spot right behind Crossbones. And that will be our next poll. I know this may not be the most fun to watch back. Again, I really appreciate everybody who watches any video I post, but it's really fun to do it during this because you just see a lot of opinions that will oftentimes surprise you. And I think that's what makes it such a fun game. And also, like, Stephen Burris is talking about how in his book, his #1 tech champ is Red Skull because he just loves Red Skull. Everybody else might think he's crazy, but who cares? That's his favorite champion. Oh, so I said Mantis and Blade, and then Mantis and Crossbones, and then I typed in Blade. This is what happens when you're struggling with 5 screens at once. Now let's do that. Take 2. Wow. So the Mantis stands have entered the chat, and Crossbones, you might as well call him X-Bones because he's got X's across his face. Falling spots. All right, this next poll is probably going to hurt me, but I've been hurt before, and I'll be hurt again. Now, if you can't see at home, we're putting Mantis against Falcon, who technically are the 12th and 13th champs on this list. And right now it's a 50-50 poll, although Mantis just took the lead for the first time and then lost it. I love Falcon. I don't know why so many people give me so much crap for loving him too much, but he's won me so many matches. He's a boss slayer in Alliance Quest. He is a, unless you're talking about this month, I guess, a go-to in Battlegrounds. But as always, I don't vote in these polls, and Falcon just took the L. All right. Here's one we've never done. Mantis versus Aegon. Allison edits. Ronan is only top 10 in your hands. In your hands, he's number 1. But to us peasants, it's just tough to justify him over somebody like Baron Zemo. Ooh, okay. Well, the Mantis train did take off, but it was not to be, because Aegon just put her down. Now, Allison, because we love you so much, I will put these two head-to-head just so, as we will with Red Skull on Tuesday night, you get your due in court, as they say. Wow. Ronan got more votes than I thought. Mantis is holding on. Oh, Allison is making an emotional plea to get Ronan more votes. Right now, Mantis has just about locked it up, although Ronan's making a late vote charge, and now Ronan got like 5 votes in a row. It's too close to call right now. It's at a 4% with 29 votes in. That's a very surprising. But also Allison speaks well. Okay. Our minimum is 6%, and that got us there. And now the last poll, the other person who was in the top 10, top 15 threshold is Black Cat. So we will see how we feel about Black Cat. I don't know anyone that uses Black Cat, but she sucks to fight, and she's very effective to use on offense. She's one of those champs that, like, I don't think about, but when I'm using her, I'm like, dang, she's really good. Man, I thought we were just about done, and then Mantis climbed up, and now Black Cat. Black Cat has taken Mantis to the mantle. Wow, okay. Oh, my boy Falcon just continues to fall. That makes me so sad. Okay. There we go. Hope y'all are having fun that are watching this live. My head is spinning from all the polls and all the internet phrases. By the way, this is where we are at right now. It's Black Cat versus Aegon, and it is too close to call. Oh, man. I guess Atuma would be around long enough. Okay, so Black Cat destroys Aegon. And now let's just get straight to that poll. Because since Black Cat beat Aegon, we're trying to make this a faster poll than it used to be. So this will help. And for those people who said Atuma definitely deserves to be top 10, Black Cat made quick work of him. Almost a 50% difference. All right, so this will now be, since we have made all of the requests that people have asked, from Ronin to Atuma, this will be the final poll series tonight. We'll see how high Black Cat can rise. And it's now number 11 versus number 10. Wow. Really? Black Cat is... Okay, I was saying Black Cat was beating out Zemo, but then it flipped real quickly. I thought Zemo would win by about 50%. That is wild. And Zemo has ended. So, the top 10 until April of 2024. Nick Fury 1, Kingpin 2, Kate Bishop 3, Shang-Chi 4, Black Widow Deadly Origin 5, Hitmonkey 6, Elsa Bloodstone 7, Valkyrie 8, Mole Man 9, Baron Zemo 10. As always, this is not scientific. This is for fun. And this is a very different thing. And I think it's cool that these polls don't look like any other rankings on YouTube, because that just shows it's okay to not go with the group think all the time. When everybody zigs, sometimes it's fun to zag. If you're watching live, stay tuned. If not, thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll be here for poll number 2 on Tuesday night.